Hello. I would like to talk about a subject that has been bothering me for some time. I would like to talk about how the fact that if you die from an OD, you are a fucking sad person. No normal individual uses drugs under the influence. They're obviously trying to suppress some kind of emotion, some kind of feeling, some kind of thought. How the fuck are you gonna tell me that if I shoot a fucking gram of heroin up my fucking arm, I'm not like, oh yeah, this is gonna be damn good, golly fucking time. I'm gonna love this. I'm thinking like I want this shit to fucking go away from my fucking head. Like I want the thoughts to stop. How is it so fucking hard to understand if you use drugs consistently? Yes, I can understand the laced bullshit. I can understand that, okay? Like, you're peer pressured, like, into a party, and your friends, like, hey, like, take this, like, I took it, like, we're all taking it, like, you feel peer pressured and it's, like, laced or something. I fucking understand that shit, okay? I get that. And that is excusable because it's like if you had no knowledge of it, but I mean, still with that, why are you associating with those kinds of people? Why are you going into that kind of scene where there's like drugs available? Like you're obviously trying to suppress an emotion, a feeling, or a thought. And what bugs me is that people can fucking sit there and be like, oh, well, yeah, they died from an OD, but it's like not like they were sad or anything. Like they had like a good life. What? I'm sorry, but how were they having a good life if they needed to use a substance in order to get out of their mind? How does that make an individual happy? The fuck? Like, it fucking baffles me. It baffles me. And you know what else fucking bothers me? Is when ex-drug addicts judge drug addicts. That fucking percolates my goddamn fucking blood. I'm not even fucking kidding you, okay? Like, when ex-drug addicts can sit there and be like, oh, like, you're nothing but a fucking junkie. You're nothing but this, that. Okay? And you're acting like you weren't in my fucking spot at one point. The fuck? Like, you're acting like you're fucking Miss Special saved. Like, you're acting like I can't fucking do this shit if I wanted to, too. Thing is, I don't fucking want to. Did you ever think about that? Did, like, that ever correlate in your tiny little fucking brain that maybe some people just don't want to stop? They can, but they just don't want to. Because I'll tell you one thing, my father was a drug addict. Was a full-on opioid drug addict. And I'm talking all the fucking opioids, okay? I'm not just talking pharmaceutical bullshit. I'm talking like the whole, like, if you literally look up on the internet list of opioids, I'm pretty sure my dad was on 97 of those. Long story short, or moral of the story, he could stop if he wanted to. I saw this man get a DUI. Get a fucking DUI. First of all, with 3 minors in the car. Me and my brother and my sister, he was driving drunk, got pulled over, blah, blah, was this whole fucking thing. Okay? This man was able to stop drinking, but he resorted to other things. But he was able, like, I've literally seen it with my own eyes, okay? Something about functioning alcoholic, or addicts and alcoholics, fucking amazes me. And honestly, it sucks to me that a lot of people don't realize that everyday people can be functioning drug addicts and, like, blame them and, like, we're like, oh, they were fucking normal. Yeah, they were normal, but they were fucking taking their Klonopin every day at noon and then fucking taking their diazepam at 2 o'clock. Like, Here's what a lot of people don't understand. Happy people use drugs too. If you are truly happy in life and you truly feel at ease and feel at peace, and I know because I have, you won't want to use substances. Substances won't. You won't want it. You know, you're too high on yourself, on your life, on who you are as an individual that you don't want substances to intoxicate that state of mind that you have. Do you want to know why people use drugs? Because they have no fucking idea who they are. Because they have zero peace within themselves. And they think in their brain that by using these substances, they are able to create. Sorry, my thing is still fucking smoking up this goddamn room. But they think that they're able to find themselves through these substances, or that these substances will make them happy. And don't get me wrong, it fucking does for a short amount of time. But if you are using substances and you are telling everyone oh yeah, even with marijuana, I'm sorry, but marijuana too is a fucking substance. Okay, let's be fucking real here. I started smoking at 13. Hidden bong, everything, you feel me? Then that resorted to prescription opioids, which then resorted to meth, which it escalates, you know what I mean? It starts at fucking marijuana, and sure, you can fucking smoke marijuana your whole life. I've seen people do it. Are they the happiest? I don't know. Do they occasionally do other drugs once in a while? Occasionally, yeah, I've seen it. Some don't, but most, will drink or they'll mix it with something. Most of the time, the marijuana is not just one sole substance that you can simply, how do I say this, lose your mind from. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't understand how people don't fucking see functioning addicts as well. Yes, it is possible to get up every morning at 6 in the morning, take a shower, do your drugs, eat, go to work, do your drugs. Here's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. Once you have been doing a substance for a long amount of time, you are able to gain control of it chemically, right? So if you take something obviously, for example, acid or ecstasy, you take a fuck ton every single day, well, your tolerance is going to start to build, and you're going to be fuck, I literally took 4 e-pills, and how the fuck am I still not obliterated? Well, that's because your fucking tolerance is high. What I'm trying to understand is, how does one build an intolerance like that, but is still able to get obliterated from their high, but is still able to function? It is insane to me, because it's I've seen it. I've seen it happen, or people are able to take these substances and then they're able to be perfectly fucking fine in it. It honestly blows my mind, because I've never seen anything like it before. And man, I don't even know where to begin. It's just fuck. Just look around and see. You'll see what I'm talking about. In this video, you will see what I am talking about. You'll see. People who use drugs, any kind, are using it to suppress something, to validate something that nothing else or no one else can validate. If you are truly peaceful in your life and you truly feel valid within your life, why do you need to use substances? Oh, you fucking don't. You don't. Sure about that. And I know, because I saw it from mom. She was a fucking normal-ass goddamn human being, man. You know what she would say? Drinking makes me sick. Bitch would sip a little bit of wine and then be fucking done. And it amazed me, but yes, there's people out there. And those are normal people. Those are people that don't die from ODs. Or die from, a lot of drug use. Those are people who live to be a pretty long time. She didn't live to be a pretty long time, but she didn't die because of drug use. But, that's what I'm saying here is, you will truly see in other people. I don't know what normal people's minds are like. I wish I fucking knew, but I guess I will never know. However, if you are normal, tell me what it's like. I want to know so badly, like I really do. Like, do you guys like hear those bad things too? Do you like see those things too? It's genuinely a question. I asked one of my like really normal friends. He's really sweet. His name's Colin, and he studies poli-science, and he's only like 30 minutes away, and he's just such a goddamn fucking gentleman, bro. Like, we're in 2023, and he still buys like the girls he meets off like Bumble like flowers on their first date. Like, he's just an amazing person, right? I asked him one time when we were in the car, and I don't remember, like, we hang out a lot. I think this was like we went to a party together or something, and I asked him in the car when he was dropping me off. I was like, Colin, do you ever just like feel nothing? And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, do you ever feel like,
I wish I knew where he was.
You know, empty? Like,
Gambling debts.
It's like,
I don't know how to fix it.
How old was he when you went to the program?
not even sadness anymore. It's just complete emptiness. Like, do you just feel like no one's home? You know? And he just kind of looked at me and he was like, I get sad sometimes. And, you know, I was like, no, like, not sad, like, empty. Like, do you feel just like a corpse? Like, nothing in it. And he was like, no. And he looked at me and said, no. With like a straight and concerned fucking face.
I used to be a chemist.
He's such a good guy, man. He deserves a good girlfriend. I really hope he finds one. He's really fucking sweet. Like, when I almost OD'd, he like came and like brought me to the hospital, and I guess my boyfriend at the time left for a rape. It was like left him. It was like, I'm just gonna call Colin because that's her best friend. Like, that's the only other person she hangs out with. So Colin makes me feel normal. You know, when I'm around him, I feel normal. It's weird. It's like something I never really felt before. It's like normal. Like, I feel normal. It's a really nice feeling. So I don't try to get too obliterated when I hang out with Colin, actually. In fact, I only take like one bull hit, and that I don't even take any of like my harder drugs, because when I hang out with him, I feel a lot more normal. I don't feel like I have to, you know, erase anything that I'm thinking about. Like, yeah, I feel sad.
He deserved to know the truth about what his mother and I did.
And I know he can see it, but it's okay. We're all sad. What matters is that I feel normal.
Their women. Now, what do you think they're going to do to him? They're going to do anything. He's going to hide. Cut him off.
It's just like really hard.
Pills anymore, which means he's a dead man.
You know, like a lot of normal people
He's got an addiction. He can't lay low for long.
don't really like me.
If you love him, turn him
They
in.
think I'm weird, and like, I don't blame them. I think I'm really weird too. Anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a blessed and beautiful day.
Supervised visit.